Hey guys, welcome back. Quickly, before I get to the magazines that you saw, amazing magazines and a couple of books, I had a few things I wanted to just mention. First, been working on some 16th scale stuff for the Camaro. That one rolled out of place. They're not mounted, obviously. I upscaled just to start with something that would be uh, the same size. You don't have to do any modifications to this thing. I scaled the wheels to the same width as the stock tires for this 1/12 scale. Was it Revell? Camaro. Um, I did Krager's, and I did just today a a dumb move. Is what I did. I scaled up just a small block Chevy. I did one. I forgot to put an extra. I only put one cylinder head on the build plate, but anyway, I did scale up just to see. I took the engine that was. I took the engine from the Camaro, and I used it for scale reference for small block Chevy. And this was a small block Chevy, so I figured it would be good for reference. But anyway, it's just half of a small block Chevy. But this is an upscaled version of the E22 that I have. It's just it's a fairly well, it's not too basic. It actually has some nice details and all to it, but it's a single carbureted small block with headers and I guess a Muncie 4-speed. Anyway, again, just for reference, I was doing it, and anyway, it's the same size as the engine that would be in the car, right? And thing's got a big engine compartment, but anyway, got that. Then I did these wheels, and they look cool as heck because here are the rallies. This is a Z-Force Model Works design rally. The center cap is just taped on there, so the center caps do come off, and they line up with the lug nuts. I mean, you wouldn't want to. I mean, if you want the tire, like, I don't know why you'd want them off, but anyway, the BF Goodrich TA radials. These are the rears, and then these are the fronts. So that's pretty cool. But what was wild is once I printed them, you're looking at them, you're like, okay, they're pretty big. And then you take something like this dually set here. I mean, literally could just about go inside the rim. So just to give you a reference on how much bigger 1/12 scale is from 1/25, it's a lot, because this is like an 18-inch rim or something like that. This is a 15-inch. So yeah, it's a significant difference. But I'm going to have these, and then the Kragers, and you can actually, you might not can on here, but you can actually see the Krager on the 1/25th version. It's so darn small it's hard to see it, but on here, the Krager SS emblem is in there. So that's pretty darn cool. And like I say, I scaled them to be able to fit under the stock chassis. You don't have to mini tub it or anything like that. Now I can scale anything that I got, and this has opened up a window of opportunity for me to do this by having this kit and to be able to scale some stuff. I have had so many people ask if I could scale things up. I've really not had a reference until now. This is 1/12. As far as 1/16 goes, and only thing 1/16 I have is like old Aurora stuff, like antique automobiles. I don't really have anything 1/16 that I could actually scale to. Although I can. I mean, there's converters that I could say what's 15 inches scaled to 1/16. So I can start doing it. The problem with this is going to be I don't want to stock all this big stuff, right? It takes up a lot of space, and it takes a little bit longer to print these bigger tires and wheels. When I do offer them, they'll be print to order. Doesn't mean you're going to have to wait a week. I'll print them the day that you order them. And heck, it probably won't take any longer than normal. Well, it'll take an extra day, because what happens now is when someone places an order, even if it comes in before we get out there, or Ellie and Ruthie and Heather get out there, let's say they get out there at 9 a.m. If the order came in at 8, it's going to go out the same day. So anyway, it still will be probably the next day, unless for some reason I can get them printed. But I don't want to stock the big stuff. It take up a lot more space, and it's going to be probably going to be less. It won't move as fast, if you know what I mean. So I want to start offering stuff. I want to scale up some other engines. If you go on the site and you say, I want that engine scaled to 1/12, whichever engine it is, I can scale it up. And that's going to take time, because what I have to do, I can't just take the build that I've been using for 1/25 and just make it giant. You can, but you get problems with that. So I have to take the entire thing again and replace all the supports and all that. But anyway, that's where I'm going with it. So that'll be something soon. And if you're interested, please let me know, and I'll go ahead and get to work on something. If you like these Kragers or you like the Rallies, I don't even have these. These are a Z-Force Model Works. Both of these are Z-Force Model Works, which is the premier wheel designer. Ryan Jones is the premier wheel designer, in my opinion. I'm going to also have these in 1/24. I just haven't had a chance to do it yet today. And today, when I sat down, I said, I'm going to scale some wheels. I already had the Kragers, which I had to resize them because I didn't want to use the really wide ones for the back where you'd have to do anything. So I took the size of the actual tire. Anyway, you know where I'm going with that. But these, I will have these soon in 1/25 scale too. So, all right, what are we here for? Well, second, I have my friend Chris over at Chris's House of Plastic. I met Chris at JaxCon for the first time, and he said he had a kit he wanted to send me, and he told me, remember that dome? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. Anyway, he said, I've got one I want to send you. So he sent me this Fujimi Dome. I thought they were Dome O. It says Dome Zero. All the other kits I have just say Dome O, but this one actually says Dome Zero. So I guess the O is a zero, not an O. So Dome Zero when I'm looking at the other ones now, but it just looks like an O to me. But anyway, this was a really bizarre car, if you want to ask me. Mark Batson gave me the stock version of the Dome Zero, and it's like it looks like a car that was made out of, let me take this thing and show you. It looks like a car that was made out of stainless or something. There it is right there, way up high. It's way higher than I am, but anyway. And then there's these two, and these two I believe are full engine detail and all. And the one Chris gave me, which I'm way more interested in, it doesn't have an engine, and it was battery powered, so it has the gears and everything. But it's, you know, the top side is a straight up race car. It's got decals and all that stuff. But anyway, thank you, Chris, for that. I appreciate it. If you haven't gone over to Chris's House of Plastic, go check out his website. And then at JaxCon as well, my friend Bill Boone, I've mentioned Mr. Bill several times here recently. He came and he said, Matthew, I went to during the show, he went to a bookstore, and he said, I found these books, and I couldn't believe it when I saw them. It was like, oh my goodness, this is right up my alley. And I looked through them already. Cool. I like this one the best. Floyd Clymer, those wonderful old automobiles. I think this is from the 50s. And let me see if I see the copyright date. I did see it. Maybe the other one. 1953. Right there. That is cool. There's a page in here, and I probably couldn't find it if I wanted to. Well, maybe so. Maybe this is it. Yeah, check it out. The 1906 Motor Car Directory. There are so many cars that I have never heard of in my life. Here's an Orient 4 horsepower buckboard. It was $400. Seats 2 persons. It's a single air-cooled dry battery ignition, transmission friction speeds for Ward. Oh, for Ward and reverse. How about forward and reverse? It weighs 600 pounds. And there's a Ford 15 horsepower, $450. Monarch 7.5. Walker, Gale, Oldsmobile, Northern. There's another Gale. There's a Rio. And I think they probably ended up being Diamond Rio, which made those big trucks. Holzman, Wolverine, baby. That's awesome right there. Wolverine! I've been talking about the Red Dawn movie with those high-end helicopters, and there's a Wolverine automobile and commercial vehicle company. Dundee, Michigan. Price, $750. Seats two persons. It's two water-cooled cylinders, jump spark ignition, planetary transmission, 3 speeds, and it weighs 1,000 pounds. And yeah, this is cool because it just goes page after page. There's a Premier, here's a Jackson, here's a Marion, a Dolson, a Maxwell. What the heck is a compound? Compound? Anyway, a Knox, Stanhope, Franklin. Those were air cooled. Yeah, this is cool because it gives you the prices. Some of them are kind of expensive. That's $1,450 right there. But you're getting 16 horsepower. I mean, come on. Franklin 12 horse was $1,400. This is 1906. Corbin, 24 horse Corbin Motor Company or Corporation, New Britain, Connecticut. Price $1,800. It seats two persons. It's 4 air-cooled cylinders, jump spark ignition. Did I already read a Corbin? That sounds awful familiar. Clash gear transmission, 4 speeds, and it weighs 1,800 pounds. And goes on and I think it goes up in price is what it is. Now we have a York, a Grout, a Wayne, a Moline, Cadillac. There's a Cadillac for $2,400. You might can see that one. And last on here is a Buick. There's a Buick. But anyway, yeah, very cool magazine. Very cool book. Thank you, Mr. Bill. I am going to be looking at that one a lot. And then this was the history of the motor car. Man, this is just way too... History of the motor car. I don't remember if I saw the copyright date on this one, but I'm sure I can find it real fast. And it goes through, as you can imagine, 1970, the history of the motor car. So on and on. Just so much information. I love this stuff. It is so cool. But to be able to go and see those prices of what cars sold for in 1906, man, so cool. All right, so in the mail a couple of weeks ago, let me see if I can get his name right, Bob Manahan, Bob Manahan. He sent me a box. I had no clue it was coming or anything. And he said, Matthew, I won't read it all, but he said he started building in 1963 at the age of 6. Says now he's retired. I've just been building again the last year. He said, I saved these magazines all these years. I thought you might enjoy looking through them. They are cool. Me and Sam from Sam's Model Mayhem, he was here. This came in the mail Saturday, the day of JaxCon, and the next morning we were sitting there drinking some coffee looking at these things. So cool. 1969 Model Car Science, 1969. There are model kits in here that are still around, and yeah, just so cool. It's got all kind of stuff, a lot of slot car stuff. There's your model of the month, how to enter the contest. There's somebody made a Mr. Quick custom speed. Just the ingenuity that people had to use, because there was no 3D printing. That didn't exist. But the stuff that they would do is just cool as heck. And these tell stories of what they made it from and all. But yeah, just to see, there's your Willies. Willies or Willis? What is that? 33? Is it I know people get that mixed up just like I do. 33 Willies. Willys. I want to just go through see if we see some familiar stuff on here. Here's 1968, 50 cents. The #1 model car magazine. Got some tanks. Got some slot cars. Got the little Anglia. Look at there. I wonder if that's that same one. Another beauty from Bill Curtis, from the San Francisco serviceman. This time, a Revell Ford kit, or Revell Ford kit Ford Anglia. But that doesn't look like the flip nose one. I thought the Anglia had a flip nose. No, I think it is just the hood. I don't have that kit, but that thing's still jumping around. I know Fred Henry built one a couple years ago. What is this? Imperial LeBaron. $100 load. $100 and a load of free kits to the winner. Cool stuff. All right, let me go to another one. See if we see anything. Oh, look at there. The Hearst Harry Olds. Holy cow. This is a 1967 edition at 35 cents. And got the Hearst Harry Olds. Let's see. There's your Ford Fairlane. What is that? What kind of car is that? See if I can. Oh man, look at here. Holy cow. Shopping for a wagon? Well, how about a Volkswagen? There's the IMC Volkswagen kit. The little red wagon. IMC. Man, just so classic. Let me see if I can't find. There's MPC, the Monkey Mobile, Mako Shark, Ford J car, whatever that is. Then you should see the prices on model kits and these things. It's amazing. But you know, $2 and $3 at that point was some money, you know. There's that Hemi under glass. Is this the same? I wonder if that's the same guy that owned it whenever Jay Leno rode in it. Was it the same guy when he turned it over in the infield of that racetrack? Let's see if I can find that Hearst Harry Olds, because I built the Hearst Harry Olds kit. It may not be in here. It may just be showing drag racing stuff. There's detailing an engine, drilling out the valve covers. Yeah, just such neat stuff in these magazines. And I say I wish I could live back then, but you know what? People back then were wishing they could live back in the people from the 60s wishing they could live in the 50s. People from the 50s wish they could live in the 40s. You know, here's a different one. This is the Big Book of Car Modeling, 1968, 50 cents. HO slot cars and all were big. It shows you how to do some body work. What's he doing? It's like he's channeling. Yep, channeling the king. Showing how to do some channel work. Back before you could just print you a body, you actually had to. And I know people channel now. I'm not saying they don't. Mix your own custom colors. All right, next one. I saw this interesting. I wonder if this is the same kit, because I know that Dodge Charger. I don't think I have that one. The Dick Landy Dodge Charger. No, I don't think I have that one, but this is 1968 car model. That's just, the book is called Car Model. Better control for HO cars. I'm telling you, that stuff is hugely popular. Just flip through here, see if we see it. There's your Color Me Gone funny car. There's the monogram. Duesenberg Town Car. Dodge Fever Bee. Kits I have never seen before. But yeah, me and Sam were looking through this, and he was just like, wow. Too cool, man. And it is. Thank you, Mr. Bob, for sending these. This is going to be, I'm going to sit and look at these for a long time. 1969. And I don't want to go through them all. We'll be here forever. There's a comic. I'm going to pause it and read that. Does it go on? No. Says How to Build the Body Snatcher. This is October 1967, 50 cents. Car Model magazine. How to use candy colors. Join the International Car Modelers Association X-ray drawing. First road race winner. The Body Snatcher. What was that? Is that a who made that kit? Was it a Johan? Not sure. Oh, here we go. How to spray paint. How to use candy colors. Look at there. AMT spray paint. AMT candy. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. I never even knew they made paint. Alright, next one. Uh-oh. What's that, an AMX? No, Javelin. No, that's not a Javelin, is it? I thought the Javelin had the humps on the fender. I thought that was an AMX. Oh well. 1968 car model magazine. Gas, power, plus ready control. Fast, fun. See if I can find that. There's monograms. Tarantula. Or Tarantula. Here's a pyro ad. Right there. Old-fashioned models, introducing Pyro's exclusive new collection of vintage car kits. Over 30 different famous brassy cars in this new series. Dremel. Uh-oh, here we go. There's your Johan. Got the... I've got that one. I know Sam just picked that one up at JaxCon. No, he didn't pick that one up at JaxCon. He picked up another one that he's going to do a comparison. AMT 428 Cobra Jet. Man, this stuff is cool. Oh, here we go. Javelin gets tough. American Motors hasn't produced a GT model of Javelin line yet. But after they see this 1/25th scale Javelin GT, who knows what next year may bring. Maybe we'll see the 1-to-1 Javelin. So what did he take? What was he using? Let's see if I can find. I'm scanning. Johan. Yep, right there. And so the Javelin GT started life as Johan's 1968 Javelin, $1.98. Man, he's got plug wires and everything ran. It's like some kind of injection or multi-carburetors. And there's some more pyros right here. I think I built, no, I don't know if I didn't build that one. All right, on to the next one. Another one, 1968 car model magazine. Dodge Model Car Contest winner. Dodge Fever. Seems like I've seen that before. See if I can find, oh, there we go. I just passed it, I think. Yeah. I'll check it out. I even had the cylinder head off of it. Like it's took apart. I was about to say, did they take the head off with a lug wrench? He's got the wheel off. These are people's builds that made the magazine. Kind of like, you know, when your car gets photographed at a show now. Here's the Tarantula. Model Car Science, 1968. The Go Buggy, Surf Buggy. IMC, never saw that one. 1/20th scale. It blew out of the box. Look at there. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That's pretty neat. 1/20th scale. My dad would always flip through magazines backwards like this. Kind of bugged me at the time, but now I catch myself doing it. There you go. Got that big old Allison in that thing. What in the world? Where's the driver sit? He must sit in the front. It's going to the left. Wow. I know they had some drag cars like that back in the day. With the engine up front. I don't know what car is this. Sizzling Shelby. Got making him some seat belts. Painted up the firewall. Took out and no, that's not the same car. It's a different one. Got the 427 single overhead cam. Good looking car. I know what car that is. That's that AMT, I believe. But, you know, if I'd have read, it probably says what he starts with. Yeah, AMT Shelby Mustang. I've got several of those. Oh, here we go. I like this one because I've got some of them. Remember the Pie Wagon? I don't recall mine looking just like that, though. It's like they've changed something. It is the double blower. No, I'm looking at the box as we speak, and it's same thing. Except this had chrome, and then they started to make it like gold. Let's find the popcorn machine. I think there might be some pages missing out of this one. Oh, here we go, right here. I guess this is the full build. The Pretty Popper. Yeah, it's the same kit, like exhaust and everything. Now, this is cool because the popcorn wagon started off as an MPC and it's 1/20th scale. And if you can find one of those and you can get it cheap, you better do that and then turn around and resell it for about $500 because they're very expensive. They're not cheap, even the AMT repops. They're not cheap at all. I've got I've got 3 of them, but they're not near as expensive as, you know, the MPC. And that would be the actual like popcorn wagon car, the real picture of it. And that thing is so neat looking. That was 1970. It was 1969. Got some VW stuff. Look at this. He's got some sure enough detail. And you know, it's like all handmade. That's what's amazing about it. It's handmade. There is the darn hillbilly wagon in 1969. I've got that kit. I didn't know it was that old. These things go so far back, man. They just kept making them. They kept making them, kept making them. There's the crew right there. But you would think, okay, that's not that old. But no, they're old. There was something I saw, and if I could find it, I would show it to you. And it has to do with the paddy wagon. I found it was not monogram. It was another paddy wagon. And I got looking at me and Sam were at the table looking. And I was like, what in the world? This is not right. Man, I wish I could find it. I have no idea which book it was in. And I guarantee I've already passed it. It could be that one because there was 2 articles in it that had something about the paddy wagon. Let me go back to that one in just a second and I'll see. Let's flip through. It has rained a lot in South Georgia. And I was looking at that one. I don't know if you remember, but they put, and I guess this was real, like a small gas turbine. They hook it to the quick change, and that was just like a extra power unit. That's obviously upside down in the back of the car. But was that real? Because I see like you can print those, 3D print them, and I'm like, who would want to do that? But then I saw this magazine, I'm like, I guess they actually did that. I had a gas turbine like hooked to the quick change. There it is right there. Maybe this is the book that's got the paddy wagon in it because, oh my goodness, look at here. That's not the kit. What is this thing? I thought it might be that kit that I just got. I don't think this thing's ginormous though. If I could find that paddy wagon, that was very interesting. And I looked at this one that morning because there's the Monkey Mobile it's a Mad Mod Monkey Mobile contest. Obviously somebody's painted the Monkey Mobile. MPC funny cars. All this stuff people are probably saying, oh my goodness, I haven't seen that in years. It's not in this one. I'm probably not going to be able to find it, and I don't want to take everybody's like day, but man, if I could find that. I looked at this one too. It could be in here. There's your IMC Dodge L700 tilt cab. I heard that thing was a bear to build, but I think it's pretty cool. This was where I saw it a while ago. And that, I believe, is the monogram version. Yeah, monogram right there. Is this the same magazine that I saw it? Because I was scratching my head. I'm like, okay, it started as an AMT. Man, come on, be the magazine. Be the magazine. I ain't seen it. I'm almost out of pages. Dang it. Well, heck. It could be the popcorn because I looked at it too. Oh, there you go. What is this? Valuable trophy given away. See your body change into a powerful new He-Man. I like to see you guys dressed in those. Ooh. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to find it. It just ain't going to happen. Maybe it was one of these that I started with. But anyway, yeah, it was interesting. I bet this is it. Alright, here's the Paddy Wagon monogram. It seemed like to me it was up front. Is this it? Oh, come on. There's the tilt. There's the Pie Wagon. It ain't gonna be this one either. But I would love to get you guys input because I did not know that there was 2 different versions of the Paddy Wagon by 2 different manufacturers, and it is different. I already went through this one. Oh well. All right, well, I'm not going to go through them all. But thank you, Mr. Bob. Thank you, Mr. Bill. Thank you, Mr. Chris over at Chris's House of Plastic. And hope you guys enjoy this. These things are so neat. I didn't live then, you know. I'm 1968. I was still 8 years until I became, and some of them even older. But they're all older than me, and these things are so cool. I've got a lot of magazines that's been sent to me, and it's just like history contained in the pages, and you can go back and look at it. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you as always. I want you to go over, if you hadn't already, and go check out hobbynutmodels.com. See what Mark's got to offer over there. Grab yourself a cool model kit and some glue and some paint, and go have fun. And also, don't forget to go check out mcvproducts.net. And hopefully, I'll have these listed soon. And let me know if there's an engine that you would like. And I don't know how many 12th scale cars are floating around out there, but I mean, kind of this is it right now. If there's a particular engine that you see and you would like for me to scale it to 1/12, since I have reference now, just let me know, and I'll work on that. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon. All right, bye.